Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve for the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The Panthers kicker, Graham Gano, set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go. Wait, 80! Check. Watch 54. I got you, son.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
What you got, huh?
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Yo. You go tight. You got tight.
12.
Tight right there. He's checking.
Quickstone, travel.
Crash.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
One, Omaha.
Check 43.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go.
So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
65.
Watch the run. Watch the
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off inside the 5, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Z, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Pick the edge, Come.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 95 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them, because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part. Right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's McKinnon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, Betty, I see you.
Here we go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
3 down. Odd.
Here we go. Like 20.
Right there. 54 miles.
12, fellas. Here we go. Make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. And the offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play.
Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, alert! 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 Say hunt!
They begin the drive with Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Panthers have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
That's it! Gun, gun, gun.
Watch 54. Watch 54. All day.
Get him.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
88. There. 54 Mike. All day. Just like that. Just like that.
Newton on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's bring it.
They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Get in the weight room.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready? 180.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
8.
Watch the back.
Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check pass. Check.
Great.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Mike, 180. Mike's 5-4. Rip right.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Newton buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack. Newton being chased out left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
54 Mike.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Garoppolo on first down. Man open, it's Goodwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 46 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it, that despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now Newton on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And now it's 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Oh, wide open, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 56 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's get it together.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check. 13. Protein spill.
They run for it with Breida. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Let's go.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Dancing to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to float this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, 10, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is Are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about it, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
54. Mike, 54. Exit.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call it?
Receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Right there. 54 Mike.
8. Back.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Great, great, great.
Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Now Newton. He may try and run for this. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On first down, Newton. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this. And this is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 33 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
White.
Undercrush, undercrush. Fuzz.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This one complete to Coleman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
I'm coming. Check 50.
They run it with Breida, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Newton's going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's get off the field, D.
Shift! Watch the shift!
They snap it to Newton. And he's going to go down again. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Double dog, that's the way.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. They run it with Breida. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap of the ball game. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.